This is like one of the hardest things I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost lost my job. But the biggest takeaway I want you to have is what I learned from it. Like, how did I get through it? What's going on, man? Welcome back to another I Think This Speaks YouTube video. It's your boy Speaks. Today's video, we're going to talk about the truth about discipline, why it's important for improving the quality of your life, why it's so huge for your mental health. I definitely had a rough couple months, man. I'm never going to lie to you. A lot of self-reflection, that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Whenever you're going through a hardship, whenever you're going through like a hardship, a rough patch, you want to be able to not let yourself fall apart. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to keep things together. Easier said than done. But now what discipline really means, man, discipline is about showing up when it counts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you're not going to feel like showing up. You're not. And there's a lot of times where, for example, this could happen in a variety of ways. One of my biggest mistakes, I'm gonna lead into what happened, but one of my biggest mistakes was not doing my grounding. I just got up, I went into rush mode, because I stayed up late. I was gaming with some friends of mine and everything. And, it ended up backfiring. What I used to do is that when these situations happen, I get mad at myself, but at the same time, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna say no. Sometimes your self-talk can come from your ego, you know what I mean? If you're not aware of this. And the two times where I had really bad days in my job, bro, were the 2 days where I didn't feel like showing up for myself. I didn't do the grounding that I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? When you get up in the morning, man, if you don't have a grounding routine, if you're not solid when you get up in the morning, fam, you're giving complete control to the outside. The negative energy, the crazy people, you're letting your energy is running free. When you can't anchor your energy, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be easy for you to fall off track. It's going to be easy for you to get distracted. And basically the 2 times I didn't show up for myself ended up being the 2 times where I needed it most. I needed me more than anything, and I couldn't show up. And it's not so much that my job is particularly stressful. I'm not going to say that it isn't. I had time to reflect on this. When I had time to look back at things, I was able to look at the bigger picture. Me not having a foundation made me easily susceptible to the BS, all because I didn't feel like showing up. You're not always going to feel like showing up. You're not always going to be motivated. This is the problem with relying on motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that stays. And it all starts with showing up when you don't feel like it. You gotta pay attention to a good discipline and a bad discipline. Bad discipline is simply doing something that's not adding value, and you do it consistently, like staying up late, always playing the game. Maybe you keep going to Starbucks every morning, spending that $5, $6, $7 on some coffee when you could have just paid $12. Good discipline is, I'm gonna show it to the gym 3 to 4 times out of the week. I don't need to explain to you how good working out is. You have to be able to recognize, what are you disciplined in? We're always going to be disciplined, but it's just a matter of what direction. Is it good discipline or a bad discipline? Is it adding value or is it taking away? Not so much about being perfect. It's about creating a pattern. When you got a pattern or a good system, you know what I mean? This is going to make it easier for you to show up on yourself on a day-to-day basis. You're going to notice huge improvements. I apologize for my robe here. Yeah. You got to stop relying on motivation. Don't compare yourself to nobody else, okay? Pay attention to your own grass. It's just a waste of energy. You're better than that. Make sure your environment's clean. Clean up your space, clean up your room. When your environment is always messy, every time you're taking a look somewhere, that's all you're gonna see. If you're constantly paying attention to the negative things, the messy things, your perception is your reality. Just something you gotta be conscious of. You gotta be aware of this. The final big thing, this is like what puts everything together. You got your anchor and your fail safe. Anchor needs to be something solid. It's your purpose. It's the reason for why you need to do this thing every day, okay? We already do it. Think about brushing your teeth. Think about going to work. You don't wanna go to work, but you know the repercussions if you don't. That needs to be your base, okay? That needs to be something easy, something reliable. Your fail-safe is the one thing that you can lean back on, and it has to be simple and easy. Mine is doing affirmations. I got a list of affirmations that I read every day. Some days you're not gonna feel like it, but if you've been disciplined enough, you can go a couple days without it. It's the consistency. You identify that one thing that you know you're gonna do every single day regardless. And another thing that's gonna be your fail-safe, something that's simple and easy to fall back on. Whenever you feel like you can't maintain your anchor, what else could I do? Start reading that book that I brought 5-6 months ago. Find something that works hand in hand. Just remember, man, just start small. You stay consistent long enough to make a difference. Some people give up too soon. Stop doing 2 days trying to make it feel like you went 6 months. Make it make sense. Hey man, if you maintain the video, thank you so much. If anything in here resonated, would you please drop a comment in the box below? Also do me a favor, what's one thing you want to be disciplined in? Drop it in the comment box below. Let's go ahead and start a little thread. I could probably get some pointers and some suggestions. Obviously I'm not no therapist or anything. I'm just living a human experience just like you are. Oh, shout out to my new subscribers, man. Thank y'all for joining the community. Just taking it one day at a time. I'll catch you on the next one. It's your boy Speaks. Peace.